This is attempt 2. Welcome back, I guess, to Not Married to the Name. I am Deuce Stangler, and this is PBR Smasher. So today we are going to just watch a couple of trailers of games that we found interesting. I haven't seen most of these, but I have seen a few of them. There's not that many, so we'll try and, not sit on one too long.
It's the end of the year, baby. 2024, a sad year for gaming.
Sad
Not
year
for us
for
necessarily, but
finances.
for all of you trying to find a good game to play. We play Tarkov, we play Fortnite, so we've been doing okay, but we are dying for some new games. I'm sure you guys are too. 2025, we grabbed 6 games we're going to look at today, and we're hoping that they're going to be pretty damn good.
Hoping. We'll kind of critique them. We're going to watch the trailer one at a time, and then we'll kind of go over them at the end and see what we think. So
I've only seen trailers for GTA 6. I haven't seen the other 5 games we're going to be doing.
Well, of course, it doesn't pop up that time. This one is Doom. So I'm going to start that right now. This is my first time seeing it. I didn't even know that they were coming out with one until he told me about it. So, all right, let's give this one a watch right now.
Hey, I know that guy.
All right. Shield cell looks pretty sick.
Yeah. So far, it looks like the classic Doom experience, at least modern Doom. Mecha Doom? Well,
The ending was pretty gnarly there.
once they got into the gameplay, it picked up quite a bit. Other than that, it felt like the last, maybe not so much Eternal. It has I would say it has changes from Doom 2016 to Eternal, kind of like those kinds of changes from Eternal to this one. But other than that, it looked like a solid Doom game.
So the game, to me, I thought it looked like they're going into medieval, but he looks futuristic, like he's coming from the future. So
well, there's kind of a time rift thing in Doom, or like not necessarily a time, but like I don't know. There's like the way they convert like travel. It's like there's different worlds. There's like the demon world and their world. So I don't know how they play that. Really, I mean, the demon world's already kind of medieval.
They're putting medieval themed stuff in there, but it still looks futuristic in regards to he's coming from like space or from a portal in the future.
Yeah, he was on his
to go
ship,
back in
wasn't
time.
he? At some point, he was on his own ship. So it's
but like he's using medieval style weapons. I don't know. The weapons look sick. I think it looks awesome.
The game looks cool. I'll definitely say that. Well, I think one of the main thing that stuck out to me that isn't even really a big deal is when he shot one of the demons, it affixed him to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it was because there's spikes on the wall or the kind of gun.
It was with the pike gun, I think, right? It was the weapon after the shield.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention. It was like in between the shield shot, Like it was right after you said something, I think. But
If
either
they're
way,
using saws that are boomerangs, like a shield, like Captain America, I wouldn't mind seeing a spear that you could throw either. That'd be pretty sick.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Doom's been. I've been playing Doom since the original Doom. I think
mhm.
my favorite Doom is probably 2016, but the previous Doom to that was, I think, the weirdest one. I don't know if you played that one. It was on original Xbox.
I've got the original Xbox Doom. I've played
Yeah.
all the ones through the original, and then I did not play 2016, although I heard it was phenomenal. I've got 2 hours into Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal, I would say, is 2016 on crack because there's just more you can do. But I think between the two games, I mean, realistically, they're not crazy different. It is still Doom, but yeah,
I've heard most people say they like the original 2016 one more than the 2020, but I've heard mixed. So I've heard people like both of them.
yeah,
It just kind of depends on preference.
yeah. We'll see. It's not a game that I'm opposed to. I don't really care for Bethesda, but it has always been top tier in the games they've made, and hopefully they've been around, if not longer than Bethesda, around the same amount of time. I'm pretty sure they've been around longer because they were
Did they
around
make
before.
original Doom?
Yeah, they made the original Doom. They made the
So did
original
they make all those
Doom.
original shooters then?
They did a lot of the old school shooters. I think they did Quake too, as well. So they've
Yeah.
been in the first person genre almost longer than anybody.
Brief keynotes about this Doom. Anticipated release is 2025. The last two games came out in March and May, so I'm assuming it's probably going to be coming out in May. No Mick Gordon, the guy who made the soundtrack for the first two, probably isn't going to be back because of that dispute they had. And then I just put the original was made 93, so this fucking game's still cooking, baby.
Yeah, nah, Doom's old school. I think the only thing older than Doom's like Wolfenstein, and
Mhm.
those two games are very similar, although different. It's very similar, just because of the period they were in. So the next
Will
game,
you
what?
will you buy it?
If Bitcoin is at 250K, I will be buying Doom Eternal.
Do you think it's hard
Or
for people to
Doom.
justify spending $70 on all the eye candy, or do you think it's worth it?
I don't know. Doom's always been, at least the last two. I say always been. Maybe always been kind of like, I don't know, more about gameplay. Even though the visuals for their time are pretty outstanding.
Do you think it'll be scary at all?
No, fuck no. Only one Doom was scary, and that was the one on Xbox.
Yeah, where you pull out the flashlight every couple
Yeah.
steps.
Yeah.
I love that game. I thought it was cool.
It was the only horror game that I actually like wanted to complete. Other than that, I don't do horror games. But that one was solid. That one was good.
Yeah.
And then so the next game we're gonna look at is actually my favorite game out of all of these. Not saying it's gonna be the best, but it's definitely my favorite. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So you haven't seen this yet?
I have not. I've never
Okay.
even played the original.
This one's going to be a little more cinematic. The game itself, the gameplay is super solid. I mean, I don't know how this one's going to play, because the first one you start out as a noob. You don't have any skills. And this one, you're the same character after he's kind of battle hardened. So how the skill progression works, I don't know yet. But I know it. Well, I do know. But in the last game, you could level up your drinking. So that was a skill if you chose to do so. I was more of a criminal. I did more pickpocketing and
I'd probably level up my drinking.
yeah, you probably would.
Tell me when you start it, so that way I know, because we're not screen sharing.
So here is is mine? Oh no, it's not. Here is the Kingdom Come. This one's a little longer, so we can probably talk over this one a little bit, and you can kind of ask questions.
Peggy 18.
Is that what you
He's
really
wearing a
want,
moving
son?
blanket.
No matter how many people you kill, you can't change what's happened.
I hope they nail the music in this game. In the first one, it was so good. It was like little fiddles and shit.
All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord
That's
Otto
Sir
von
Hanish,
Berghoff and ride back
the guy
again.
on the left.
So I wouldn't expect much excitement
Well,
there.
right, I guess.
Hans, look at me.
My boy, war is a nasty business. And it is better to have your head on your neck and your foe on his knees than the other way around.
They used the Tomb Raider cone titties for that guy's mask.
These days we have all sorts of vagabonds, drifters, outlaws, and
Oh, I'm getting hard just watching this.
roaming the country. I urge you all to be vigilant. You know who I am!
You can't kill me. You're the same as me. You play the game. But you don't understand the rules. And in the end, you'll lose.
I'm not like you.
Sigismund is mustering his allies and their armed forces to Kuttenberg
He'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything.
You're hyped
that we
too after not even playing the first one, aren't you?
Are we seriously gonna wait, cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame?
The fighting in this game is awesome. Difficult, but good.
I remember everyone I killed. Are you sure you didn't kill someone's father or mother? War is a nasty business.
All right.
Want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it. You've never seen it.
First reception of this,
Impression.
the communication impression, the communication and the voice acting seemed awesome. I thought the voice acting seemed really well, and seemed really, really strong. And here, I'll just be fucking honest. All right.
Do it.
For these reviews, I pulled up I pulled up a thing, and it said use action words when describing reviews.
Oh god.
So I'm trying to
Fuck
use these
action.
6 words.
Action would be
Exit.
this game fucks. That's all the action.
No
would
action
be.
words. Performs. Exceeds.
Oh god, please don't.
Yeah. Get that bullshit out of here. All right. Voice
Just
acting
throw it out
sounded
there.
really good. Kind of sucked me in, honestly.
The voice acting is very good in that game.
I've seen a hair of gameplay footage from the older game before this trailer, so I
Yeah.
do have an idea of how that system works.
I might have streamed it before, but you probably didn't watch because you weren't a very devout watcher. But
The gripe I've heard with this is basically that possibly they're just ramping up the difficulty in a way that people are kind of concerned might not actually be the direction they want it to go. So
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
let you
how
talk
they
about it.
would. I mean, I don't know how they would do that. How would they ramp up the difficulty? Just because your character is not a noob? I mean, you don't have to ramp up the difficulty. You just have to ramp up the number of enemies, and that way you can just slash your way to victory. I mean, in the first one, there's a lot of ways to manipulate the game, like attacking certain ways and like making the game easier for yourself, essentially, you know, and that's going to be with any game. So, I mean, anybody who's played Destiny knows that to beat certain things, you kind of have to exploit a little bit and get to that spot where every other one of the attacks they throw doesn't make it to you because it like hits a wall or something stupid, you know, like you get up on a spot where the little ghouls can't get you, shit like that. So I don't think that them ramping up the difficulty is what they're going to be doing. That game is super story driven. So
It looks like you're a character that a lot of people that are in power don't like, and they want to try and fuck you over because they know you're the OP guy.
So in the first one, you're a nobody, and you have to like grind your way up to be in favor of those in power. So I don't really remember how they ended the first one because I haven't played through to the end in a long time. I've just been grinding levels or like skills on my most recent hardcore playthrough, and so I don't quite remember. I'll have to beat it again here in the next couple weeks so that I kind of have that fresh in my head. But I'm looking forward to it. I think that the melee, the sword play, and shit like that is done better than in most games. So like with your sword, you have 5 positions. You have up over your head, down by your crotch, and on your left shoulder and right shoulder. And I think you can go up. You can go left shoulder up, left shoulder down. So when you're fighting somebody, you have to like kind of anticipate, see where their arms are and what they're doing, and you kind of have to counter that with your movements and catch them off guard. So hopefully they've just perfected that system in the new one.
I've played a lot of For Honor, but I'm assuming they're quite a bit different.
Never played For Honor. This game is more like when you're blocking, you have to move your shield up, down, forward, backwards. It's not just like hit block, hit block, hit block. You actually have to be in the right position to block the swing thrown or whatever it is. There is melee too, like just hand-to-hand combat. So I guess that it's all technically melee, but there's hand-to-hand combat. There's swords, long swords. There's axes. There's like the stick with the ball on the end. I forget what it's called, but it's a medieval game. So it's basically
I'm not sure
everything.
if I saw this game might actually be incorporating a gun. Not in this trailer, but I heard they might incorporate a gun.
It's going to be something like a flintlock. So
it is.
I mean, yeah, whatever. That's going to get you killed probably more often than not.
Yeah.
Especially because you're probably shooting ball rounds, which means you're not going to penetrate anybody wearing armor. So, and most people that are, trying to fight usually wear armor.
What's your, is this going to come out for about $70, you think?
I think it'll be 60 normal price.
60.
Yeah. I don't remember what the original release was.
Full price?
Yeah, 100%. My rule of thumb with the game is if I get 10 hours out of it, then it was worth $60 because that's basically paying $6 an hour. When you go to the movie, what's a movie cost? I haven't been to a movie in a long time.
Ooh, 8 to 12.
Okay, 8 to 12. So you're getting an hour and a half. So kind of falls under the same rule of thumb. You're not going to leave the movie theater. Most people won't anyway. They're going to watch the movie through all the way through, even if it's dog shit. But with a video game, 10 hours goes by pretty quick. So
yeah,
I mean, I think I have 600 hours or so in the first one, which is a lot for a single player game. I also have played it on console, but 99% on computer. So, Kingdom Come, I'm hyped on that one. I also like the developer. They're good.
I'd give the trailer for what it is 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10 for a guy who's never played the first one.
A little bit more of gameplay. Like, I want to know what goes on a little bit more. But it seemed pretty cool.
There might be a gameplay trailer. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I can't see it being any worse than the first one, and the first one locked me in. So we want to move on to our next game.
Yeah. This one's called The Altars.
I know nothing about this game.
We are Jon Snow. We know nothing. This is made by 11-Bit Studios and published by 11-Bit Studios. Their most notable game is Frostpunk. Available on Steam and other consoles. They also make some games for Nintendo Switch.
Do they? I don't know what Frostpunk is either.
But I only recognize the case, but I don't know what it is myself.
All right, you ready? I don't think...
Oh, yeah.
I'll look into it, because that case looked like a game from... I forget what it's called. Anyway, Irrelevant. You ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
What if all my decisions were right? What if I did the good thing?
Is this a fucking picture game? Oh, no.
What if I don't want to change anything? And what if I was wrong?
Oh, there's a demo.
Could decide.
Oh,
I'm up for playing the demo.
they're all these characters. That was kind of a shit trailer, in my opinion. I think
it kind of explained what's going on there. Plus, I kind of saw a little bit when I was looking for it. But
yeah, you're a bunch of different alternate versions of yourself. Which should
I
be
have a
pretty cool.
huge fascination with time travel and like the multiverse theory. So for me, it's kind of cool. I got to look into the developers a little bit and just kind of understand what else they do. Actually, you know what? I'm going to look up what Frostpunk is because I've never heard of it. I've seen the logo before.
That's what I recognize too as the logo. I always remember seeing it on Steam. I think it was.
It's a
it was
top-down
free
game.
at one point.
It's top down, so it looks kind of like StarCrafty.
Oh,
Which I haven't played a game like StarCraft since the original StarCraft, fucking very long time ago, and I don't even know if I liked it. I was also kind of too young to really understand what was going on, and I had a short attention span. But
you should like this game. It's super heavy duty sci-fi. I could see you liking it.
The altars.
Yeah,
I like the premise of it, but at the same time, what are you doing? They don't really explain what you do. You meet versions of yourself, and what else? I saw that him like looked like constructing some sort of like post. I don't know what was he doing. Like, is he traveling through different universes? Is he traveling through time, or is he just rebirthing himself over and over again with like slightly modified genetics? Like, what is going on?
If you were in a multiverse and you had a sad, depressing life, and you found a version of yourself married to a beautiful woman and a beautiful life full of money, would you kill that version of yourself?
I just watched a movie about that. The guy finds the version of himself that's happiest with his wife, and then basically kidnaps that guy. Fuck, I forget what it's called. They like walk through a hallway. I'll have to look into what it's called. It was actually pretty decent. I think it was a show on Netflix, but
there's an Apple TV show similar to that right now.
That's what it is. It was Apple TV. I was at Jessica's house watching it.
Is it with Jennifer Connelly?
I don't know the girls' names.
I bet it is. It's got Joel Edgerton. I don't know what the show is
anyway,
called. It came out last year.
Yeah,
first episode's good.
That's what happens. Is he basically replaces himself with the guy, but the guy who he stole the wife from is out for blood, you know. And then it gets crazy. It does get pretty crazy. So would I? Nah, not really. I'd maybe like sneak in there like a twin, you know, get some pussy and bounce, but I'm not gonna hang out.
Yeah. Next one, Turok Origins, going to be PlayStation exclusive, unfortunately for me, because I'm an Xbox guy.
And I'm a PC player, and I have a PS4, but I don't think it's coming out on PS4. So
Turok on 360. We're going to be watching Turok Origins. The old 360 Turok came out in 2008. Changes to this one that should be exciting. There's going to be a cooperative campaign, and there's going to be a third-person mode, which I actually liked the first person personally, but
it doesn't break the game for me. I think especially a story-driven game, who cares what perspective you're playing from? If people want to play third person, then go ahead. You know.
Yeah, this one's made by Saber Interactive, developed and published, and they've made Teardown, Warhammer Space Marine, Jurassic Park
Warhammer
Survival
was recent, right?
And Mud Runner. Warhammer was considered one of the best action games of 2024.
Was it that Warhammer?
Warhammer Space Marine, yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I think it was the newest one, yeah.
I don't know if that's Space Marines 2 or not. That
40. Yeah, I'd have to check and see.
Yeah, either way. It doesn't really matter. That's not what we're talking about. But Mud Runner's dope as fuck. All right. Let me get this ready. All right, and this is the Turok Origins announcement trailer on PlayStation. Fuck Sony. Oops. Feel free to pull these up on your own too, if you want better audio. Gotta add a woman.
Oh, here's the gameplay.
I don't like it being third person. Is it exclusively third person?
Yeah.
I don't like that. Turok's a first person shooter. It always has been.
Oh no,
Except
man.
for on Nintendo Game Boy. I had it on Game Boy back in the day, and it was a side scroller, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, disappointing in my opinion. Disappointing. Mainly because I want him to be like a human Native American. I don't want him to be part human, part android. Yeah, he was, but he had some sort of weird.
I think he just had a like an armor suit on. I think it was just like one of those like body fit ones. I don't think he was android or like robot at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope he's fully human. I don't know if I thought about the blue.
No,
the
go
blue
ahead.
arrows. I'm not big on. I'll talk about it more. I have more
I feel
to say.
like they suckled from Ark, which is another dinosaur kind of game, with some other ideas. I haven't played Turok in so long, I don't really remember too much about it. I probably should have watched something. I thought it was more kind of like Jurassic Park style when it comes to like the realism of things. Not excited about third person. I'm just going to say it. The fact they put a woman in there and the fact that they put a guy with half his head shaved in there. Those were both unnecessary things. I think they should have stuck with the single guy, and at the end, all three of them stand there. Not like, I don't know. It's just like they're just like virtue signaling, and it just feels unauthentic.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that dude on the left was a half shave.
I'm not looking for good gameplay stuff. I'm looking for fucking woke bullshit. And that woman should be back at the fucking chateau picking berries, let's be honest.
My take is I don't know what the deal is with the blue glowing shit. I'm assuming it's supposed to be like tribal and spiritual. I don't like that. I like just core throw a hatchet.
I think
doesn't have to be glowing.
I think there's tech involved in it.
Yeah,
because a lot of the stuff
sure.
looked very like cutting edge, like his suit especially. Like
the very first 10 seconds where he's running with the hatchet was all techy looking.
Yeah.
Not excited about that. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a good game.
I feel like if I'm playing a Turok game, I want it to be more like, I don't know, honestly. I would say less technologically advanced in a lot of regards. I also really dislike the third person choice. Third person is like, no offense, but it's primarily for people that suck at video games. Now I know like Fortnite and shit's third person, but like I feel like the first person mode, like Ballistic, is better than Fortnite. I'd rather play Battle Royale in first person than in third. I think third person is weak. I think it gives people too many crutches, shoulder like peeking around corners. You know, I feel like if you're gonna peek around a corner, you should be fucking exposing your fucking head. So that being said, it's a single player game, so I guess it really doesn't matter.
On the 31-second mark, there's some Venus flytraps that look pretty sick. I will say that.
The world
one thing I'm
cool.
hoping.
The world looked cool.
Yeah, I think I would have liked to hear his voice in the trailer, hear what he's gonna sound like.
He would have said, "Ah."
He does. He looks emotionless in the whole trailer.
Yeah,
I don't know if I
think
like
that's
that.
Like, kind of like
but
the traumatic upbringing, I think, is what that's supposed to portray.
Yeah. I actually like the 360 Turok. We've been playing too much Tarkov, man. I like the 360 Turok, and I also like the Turok Evolution for PS2. That was not the most like highly reviewed Turok, but the weapons in this game are always cool. Like zero gravity related stuff and dark matter cubes and all sorts of cool shit. So I
I
hope they
can't-
bring some
yeah.
cool weapons in.
I'm not
And the
shitting
bow.
on the potential of the game. It looks like it could be fun, but it's probably going to be a hard pass for me, strictly on the third person aspect of it. Because Kingdom Come Deliverance is a first person game.
Mm-hmm.
As much as it wouldn't make sense, it is. So I don't know. What?
Curious also if it's going to focus on dinosaur battling or like real person battling, because the last game had a little bit of both. Some of the other games had more of like a hybrid, like your reptiles actually were intelligent, like could talk kind of. So I don't know what'll happen with that. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe there'll be like advanced species and shit that you actually can interact with. Who knows? I'll wait for somebody else to play it.
I can see there being some sort of like dinosaur at the end that is involved, like it was in the last game.
You're my son. I fucked your
Spoiler
mother.
if you haven't played 2008, but there's a T-Rex at the end. I can see the T-Rex or some sort of dinosaur killing one of the main antagonists or being a part of the death of the antagonist at some point, and then you have to kill the final dinosaur. That's what I'm guessing is what could probably happen.
We'll find out, won't we? Yeah, I'm gonna say that's my probably least curious about. I'm actually kind of heartbroken that it's third person.
Yeah, it looks like a money grab to me.
Yeah, I mean with the new engine like Unreal, I don't know what a game engine that's built on, but like even the stock assets look crazy good. So I mean,
and do you think you can find 3 other friends it's a 3-person co-op game. Do you think you can find 3 people that are wanting to dump $60 on this? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends. Cause like, well, take it back to when we were streaming. You remember Embus?
Yeah.
She's fucking obsessed with dinosaurs. So I guarantee you that people in her friend group would be like, hell yeah, let's fucking, except for she wants to save the dinosaurs, but let's slay some sores, bruh. You know? So I don't know. There's an audience out there for it. I feel like Turok probably has the biggest chance out of all dino games to like pull in different people. Cause like, you know, she likes to play, I'm just saying, using her as an example, cause I know she's like really into dinosaurs, but she likes to play Jurassic Park games. And I forget what it's called right now, but you literally play as a dinosaur and you just roam around. There's multiple dinosaur games out. They're just the communities are fairly small.
Ark, Turok. I don't remember the other ones.
Yeah, you're naming games that are different. Like the ones that she got me into, it was like you're only dinosaurs, at least right now. You know, everybody on the map's a fucking dinosaur. I played with Term one time too.
I remember watching people play that game.
Yeah, it was fun. But anyway.
All right.
What else we got here? Assetto Corsa. This one's the second one that's making my Jimmy's jibble. I love Assetto Corsa. I played it on console, played it on obviously PC. And all right, you ready to watch the trailer here?
Yep.
Give me a second. Pull that up. All right, here we go. Oops. All right.
This is not about your age.
What is this Lego shit?
Nut riding a Porsche Carrera.
Nut riding?
This is not about your
or
yeah. Nut riding.
It isn't about your experience.
Porsches are fucking ugly in my opinion, especially old ones. New ones are okay.
It isn't
Agreed.
about performance or power. And it isn't about how you portray your love for driving. Because car passion
Ooh, that was
is a
in-game.
state of mind.
I hope they do this more Gran Turismo-esque.
Take Mini Coopers out of racing games once and for all.
That wasn't a Mini Cooper.
Was it a Volkswagen?
No, it was I think it was an Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They do have minis in this game though, at least in the last one. I know they didn't. They had a Barth 500. It was I forget the company, but the models look sick. can't say they look any better than any car game before them. Ooh, do you see the live traffic?
I wonder how much Hyundai paid to get that in there.
Probably nothing. I bet you they had to pay Hyundai. I am really psyched on this game. Did you see? Okay, so the fact that it says driving / simulation / Evo. Did you see the old school car when it was driving down the road? There was a car driving the opposite way on the street.
Yep.
That's cool. Oh God, I'm fucking people seeing my fucking recommended stuff now, huh? Okay, busted.
You know, I'm not hyped on the trailer, but I don't think they're gonna fuck it up either. I think
No.
they're gonna do a good job. I think it's hard to make. It's all in-game footage, the whole thing. So
it's hard to make a bad car game when you started making awesome car. I think they're French. I'm not 100% sure. I think they're French though. But the first one they came out with, they were brand new to the scene. They had no history of making car games, and they fucking nailed it. And then they did Assetto Corsa Competizione, you're fuzzy, Competizione, which is a GT3, GT2 racing, I believe. Not my favorite game because I'm not a fan of that style of racing, but as a racing game, it was super solid. It was solid.
Game is on your and other people's shoulders who like this style of game, because this is your chance with more people on PC than ever before to try and not your chance, everyone's chance who's played the Assetto Corsa games and knows what they are. That's their chance to get people in fresh at the ground level who've never played this game. And hopefully it should be more successful than Competizione.
So that game it limited its own success because it was a specific type of racing. Assetto Corsa before, I'm hoping actually that they add more Gran Turismo style game modes. Like by that I mean like license tests. Like I know that that's something you get only in Gran Turismo, but license tests or little things like that are fucking so addicting, especially when you have a leaderboard with your friends' names on it, so you can see who really is shitting on everybody and who is really dog water. That's what I loved about Gran Turismo, was having like leaderboards with your friends and like, oh, I got all gold, and he's like, yeah, I got all gold, but I'm fucking better than you, pussy. So
how soon would mods come out for this through Content Manager?
Probably a year or two. It really
so you get to play core gameplay before having to worry about dealing with.
Yeah.
For someone like me, I'm not really interested in all the mods right away necessarily.
I only did mods on Assetto Corsa years later. Now I know people will be like, you're a fool, the mods make the game so much better, but the good mods are not free. Like they might be at this point in time, but stuff that actually like modifies the game files a little bit, not free typically.
Are you going to play single player in this game?
100%. Especially, I think I spend most of my time playing single player in all racing games. I don't really care about racing against other people because they can either make the race or break the race for you. And I don't want to be the one breaking the race for somebody else on some stupid misstep where I spun out and caused a crazy accident. So that's always what kept me from it. I feel like if I had 2 or 3 friends that I was racing with, I would play online at that point. But I never do. It's always just me. So I just stick to the casual stuff. And then I'll do online for like the Shitoko Revival and like cool tracks that are mods.
So in your will buy for 2025, you put in Kingdom Come Deliverance and Assetto Corsa into your will buy category for sure?
Yeah, 100%.
And what about your will play category? Would you put Doom the Dark Ages in will play?
I would put it in might play.
Okay. And the altars, the demo.
I'll play the demo and I'll see what it's about. I'll actually probably give it a go, maybe this weekend. But
Turok, very unlikely.
Nah, not even a chance. That's a hard pass. That one's a hard pass for me. It's a hard pass for me, dog.
Yeah, sucks. They're made, but they've got some good, like the devs that make the other games that are making Turok are good. So that's the one thing that is appealing.
Somebody brought something up, and it's actually really funny. So, and we've kind of talked about it, and I know this is going to be off topic. So if you don't want to hear this, then fuck off. is a lot of the majority of gamers are men, right? Like probably like 90% of gamers are men. Najoni is rarity, right? A girl who actually really enjoys gaming, not just playing fucking Mario. Woohoo! Look at me, Mario Kart. I'm racing. Haha, you guys, this is so fun. No, somebody who takes gaming like actually seriously and sunk tens of thousands of hours into gaming as a whole and not even batted an eye at it. It's more of a, so most gamers are men, but nowadays most of these companies are hiring women, which is why games suck lately. Because they have to fill that quota. So you got people who don't play video games designing video games. People who think they play video games don't even know. They haven't even been alive long enough to know that they don't really play video games.
Yeah.
So.
That's what you think's happening to Turok?
Yeah. The only people who know what they're doing anymore are the programmers. And they're not in charge of anything.
Do you think the people who are making Turok have played the old Turoks prior to starting development?
I wouldn't be surprised if they had no fucking clue what Turok was. It happened at Ubisoft too with oh my golly gosh, Ghost Recon. Ghost Recon used to be first person. And then they decided that third person fit the game better. It's like, no, it makes the game easier for some, but it takes a lot of, it takes a lot away from the game. Being able to shoulder peek is a big deal. Being able to look around walls is a huge fucking deal. And yeah, get good, scrub. No, dude, stop playing gay ass games. Stop giving these guys a reason to make gay ass games. The last third person game I actually liked was SOCOM, U.S. Navy SEALs. So
I love Gears of War. So
I have a friend who was a pro at Gears of War. But
really?
Yeah, but I never got into the competitive scene.
Oh, I dig it. It's intense. It's scary.
But that game's a little different though, because the whole thing is built around that. I don't know. I guess all third-person games are built around being third person, but
I liked Team Tactical third person on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I enjoyed that. It wasn't like my main favorite part of the game, but I think as an aspect to have the option is cool. I don't think I'm going to choose third-person games over first-person anytime soon.
No.
And if I'm shooting a bow and arrow, I want it to be fucking first-person.
Yeah.
All right.
Everything in that game, I would prefer it first-person. That's
we're wasting
bias.
breath.
It's
we're
my
wasting
bias.
breath on
Yeah,
Turok. We're
whatever.
wasting breath.
Fuck Turok. Next. All right. So the next game, we're just going to play this in the background and just kind of talk about it. Because everyone and their mom has seen this. 230 million people have seen this game. And I'm not going to be watching this whole trailer, even though it is what it is. So this is Grand Theft Auto 6. If you've seen it, you've seen it. If you haven't, the video will be up there. You can watch. I'll have the audio on low. But yeah. I'll let that run through. I'm going to start it right now. We can kind of talk about it as it goes on.
Pumped up.
You're pumped up.
So there's going to be a female main character.
Which I don't got a problem with, except for the fact that it's 2024 when they release this, so kind of sus. Because they're going to make her like brutal, and that's just not really it. We're going to get busted.
Is the strip club going to be full of men?
I think that'd be funny if they did that. But I've heard that they're trying to make the game less raunchy, less like kind of offensive, which to me, actually, I'm going to turn this down more because I don't know what this song is. So get wrecked, nerds.
Yeah, we don't have to show the whole thing.
I'm just going to let it play through. The game looks cool and like, yeah, but I feel like the people that are working on the game now, doing the story development, they don't know what made Grand Theft Auto so great. I think Grand Theft Auto peaked in Vice City. When I'm talking about story and like the characters, I feel like it peaked in Vice City. And Vice City was after San Andreas, right?
Oh yeah, no.
You sure? Which one was first?
Vice City was before San Andreas.
Okay, so San Andreas would have been its peak then, in my opinion. Like, I don't know, the game just changed. It doesn't feel the same. Like, the offensiveness, even in the newest one, I feel like they were light. It was kind of light. Like, I think the funniest thing about the newest one is honestly the NPCs. Oh God,
the driving's got to be. They got to make the driving good. The driving has got to be elite in that game.
I
hope
too
they
much
don't
YouTube drama. Apparently, that's all that's on the up next. Yeah, I don't know. It could be a great game. I know it will be a great game. Is where I'm questioning is the story gonna be good, or is it gonna feel like I'm being taught a lesson? You know, I don't want to be taught a lesson. That's not why I play a video game.
Would you like to play a cooperative story mode in GTA ever?
Hell yeah. Why not?
I wish.
Why not?
Why don't they make it?
I wish they made more games co-op.
Online.
I don't play it. I don't play that.
You've never done the heists with
I don't
people?
even like GTA Online. I think it's one of the worst online modes of all time.
Have you watched a GTA multiplayer heist?
No, I haven't. But I'm talking about GTA just online, not the heist. I feel like it's
the multiplayer heists are epic. They're epic.
I don't believe it. Unless there's other teams trying to spoil it, I don't see how it could really be.
Like robbing a bank, real time, and then you get that 6-star wanted level, and you and your buddy are trying to get away from all the cops together. It's a great experience.
I feel like RP has ruined that for me, because when they're doing bank heists in RP, they're playing against real people who are countering what you're doing and making it as difficult as possible for you to get away. And when you're playing against the NPCs, I feel like you kind of can. I mean, you can learn what they can't do pretty easily, and then you take advantage of it. So I think RP has ruined a lot of what Grand Theft Auto has for me, because I appreciate the PvP aspect of it, not so much the PvE part. I don't know. But that's just me. I've never done it. I'm sure it's fun, though. I'm not saying it's not.
All I want to do when I'm on GTA Online, get into a private lobby with the homies and do heists and drive around, have fun doing heists and different things. It's not about doing online stuff unless I'm going into a race or some sort of fun mode. But speaking of online, we don't even have to waste our time talking about it. I hope they integrate some sort of skateboarding aspect or bicycle aspect, and it's more doable than you could do in the other games. I want to skate the whole fucking game.
I would love it if they added like a almost Tony Hawk-esque. I don't want to say skate because I feel like that'd be too realistic for GTA, but a Tony Hawk-esque kind of skating would be really dope, where it's just like, you know, push a button to a kickflip, not like flick the stick to do a kickflip, you know. Same with biking. I always loved the fact that there was biking, but it lacked so much. It was literally just a way to convey yourself across the map, and you'd always be like, oh, look at that fucking dope ass staircase, I want to fucking do that. And you're like, well, I can't. I can just jump it and do like a 360 or a backflip over it. Like, that's all you can do. And then there's people that took biking to an extreme where they're like going up the sides of fucking buildings and shit, but that doesn't pull at my heartstrings.
You think they should charge more than $60-$70 for this game?
No, I think they should give it out for free. They're going to monetize the fuck out of it with shark cards anyway.
Yeah.
All they got to do is, man, they would probably make more money on shark cards and skins if than the base sales. I mean, well, but they're doing it like this. They're getting your base 60 or whatever it's going to cost, 70. And then they're also doing skin packages and like cars and all sorts of shit. So
I wonder how expensive that initial buy the game with an extra shark card is going to cost. $250?
I would never buy a shark card in my life.
No.
I I don't
Learn
know.
to grind.
Love to grind. Learn to grind. Love to grind. Yeah, I can't. I think
You're not going to play online anyway.
I'm not even going to buy the game when it comes out. I'm not buying the game till RP's available.
You're crazy.
And if Rockstar's fucking smart, which they're not, because they're going to try and monetize the RP industry because they bought they bought 5M, who is the main server like search or like the main infrastructure. So we'll see. The future will. The future. I don't know. I honestly am not hyped on this game as much. The only part of this game that hypes me is the map. I love exploring the maps in GTA. The stories usually my least favorite part. Not least favorite, but like I care the least about it. I will grind through the story.
I just want to drive around the map too.
Yeah, explore, find, see the work people put in, appreciate the game, because I don't take GTA seriously because in RP it's different, but in like generic game, auto locks your aim and shit if you're on a controller, and you can like I've never been a fan of that. When you play on PC, it's not on. It's inherently not on, so it's a little more of a raw feel. But I don't know. We'll see. It. I don't want to shit on it too much because I don't know. It's all hearsay, and I'm not 100% sure about anything.
Well, the good news is that hopefully it started development not too soon after 2010. I don't know when they started developing this game, but
they probably
maybe they had some
like
good guys.
A lot of the good guys of Rockstar have left. Obviously, they have talent there. They wouldn't be able to produce a game like this without talent. But just because you're talented doesn't mean that you're you're the right person for the job. Sometimes talent.
You know what?
Dictate creativity.
Steam rates GTA San Andreas a 7 out of 10.
That's pretty solid, though. A 7 out of 10?
San Andreas?
Yeah.
10.
No way.
I love GTA
Vice
San
City's
Andreas.
like an 8.
You like Vice City more than San Andreas?
The music's so good.
The map is so small.
Yeah, but this is like PlayStation 2 era, so.
GTA 3 had a bigger map than Vice City, didn't it?
Maybe in surface area, like drivable area, but in Vice City, you had like helicopter. Was there helicopters in 3?
No.
Yeah, so you had helicopters and shit, like flying.
Did you?
Did you? Am I wrong?
I don't think so. You had motorcycles.
Am I thinking of am I thinking of San Andreas with the helicopters?
San Andreas had airplanes and jets. I don't know if they had helicopters in San Andreas either. Liberty City Stories might have.
I played that on PSP.
I don't know. They're all good. GTA 4 was good. I do agree that the story was good in GTA 4, but it didn't ground me as much as some of the other ones did.
Even in GTA 5, the only character I really liked was I like Franklin, but Trevor. He was like the most Grand Theft Auto of all the characters. Everyone else was pretty tame. And then maybe Franklin's friend that's not really in the shit much, but he talks a lot of shit. And I like that's what Grand Theft Auto is. It's a bunch of shit talking.
It'd be interesting to see how they do this one. I'm not very hyped on the story either. I'm just more hyped on the game.
Nah, I care very little about the story. I can't say I'm disappointed that they put a girl because it just makes sense because of the time period. Like it had to be a woman. It has to be a woman. But I don't think it's going to affect the game too much. Although
Except the strip club.
She's a lesbian probably. It's 2024. Well, 2025.
Maybe it'll make the strip club better.
Yeah. How do you make it better? They had like rendered nipples.
Double women.
Double the women.
Well, you're a woman. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Chances are it's going to be a solid game, but will it be a departure from what everybody knows Grand Theft Auto to be?
I'm fine with them taking out the flying bike. Fuck that thing.
I'm fine with them taking out all of that stupid shit. I want them to base it back more in reality, to be honest.
They can keep the RPG. I like the RPG. I
Yeah.
like getting like a pile of
quick
cops built up
escalation,
and then blowing it up.
Yeah. No, it's always fun to slaughter a bunch of cops. Oh yeah, that's right. They added
That's
first
what I
person
do.
in GTA 5.
Did they?
They added an option for it. It wasn't like mandatory or anything. And it was kind of poorly executed, but still it was okay. What were you going to say? Forget.
That's what's fun about GTA. Screwing with the AI. Like it doesn't have to be story, but you can just like see what's possible with screwing with the AI and the wanted levels and different things.
One of my favorite scenarios I ever seen, and I'm sure a billion people have seen it by now, was I accidentally bumped into an AI and he turned around and punched another AI, and then they started fighting in the street to the death. And I was just like, this is fucking amazing.
I saw a great one the other day of a guy robbing a convenience store, or it was robbing the ammunition, and the ammunition guy whips out a gun. So the guy calls like security, and the cops come and shoot down the ammunition store owner in the game. Pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's like security. You can call security in GTA 5 and hire them.
That's the one, not the security part, but that's the one thing I hope they did well was the NPC conversations sometimes are fucking hilarious. I heard this one girl I was driving by, and she was talking about something about a glory hole, and I was like, oh yes, classic. You gotta love it. Like I hope that carries on. I hope that the NPCs are not preachy and not talking about pronouns. You know, pray to the gods that they don't fuck this game up, because if they do, who's gonna save that genre? Because it can't come back. They won't. I won't buy another. If they fuck this up, I will never buy another Rockstar game again.
I don't know how they'll come back. They didn't screw it up with Red Dead.
The Red Dead story sucked, by the way.
I didn't play it.
Oh, there you go.
So I guess that's why I don't know.
It was fun, but there's this one character you just want to kill the whole time, and you can't, and that pisses me off. So
Red Dead 1 had a good story.
Red Dead 1 was great, and Red Dead 2 is awesome. You know, obviously we spent a lot of time in the world itself. The map itself is beautiful. There's so much going on, but the story was kind of boring. Like there's fun parts and the story's good, but it's just like there's too much cutscene dog shit for me.
Interesting. You know. I think the southern part of the Red Dead 2 map is kind of boring.
It's boring as fuck in the multiplayer.
Once you get up
RP.
mid to north, it's more enjoyable.
Strawberry is about as far as you want to go. Maybe like to the McFarlane Ranch. That's about as far west as you'd want to go before it gets kind of desolate. North. Yeah. Well, the thing is,
hunting and Valentine up north is pretty cool.
Yeah, there was hunting out there. You used to go to a lake that are like tumbleweed and shit, but you know, there's parts of the map that are cool down there, but there's no draw for most people. So when you're doing RP, nobody's really out there except for those who are like in small groups.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well,
yeah.
That's it. On me, I'd say that's a will buy for sure when that comes out. Release expectation is Q3 or Q4 of 2025. Most likely, I bet it gets pushed into 2026.
And hopefully everybody that worked on it in 2023, 2024 gets fired, so they redo everything. That'd be funny. That would be my dream. GTA for me is not a buy. It's a hold off. I bought 5 copies of GTA 5. So they're losing 5 sales automatically. As I bought it for PlayStation 3, I bought it for PlayStation 4, I bought it for PC, so there's 3, and then I bought it for my brother and my buddy Pete. So,
oh my gosh.
So I bought 5 copies of that game, and I can guarantee you I'm not the only person who bought copies for friends and family. So if they piss off anyone else who's kind of like-minded like me, that 5 sales stacks. They're going to make money on the game regardless. They're going to profit on this game. But is it going to be enough profit for them to be like, this is a great success? Or are they going to be like, well, we kind of bit the dick here and got punched? So we'll see. We'll see.
Interesting.
I'm not
All
buying
right.
it. I'm not buying it, though.
Well, thank you for watching the Not Married to the Name reaction video today. We hope you guys a great New Year's, and we hope that you have a great New Year coming. We hope to bring you some more reaction
I'll be
videos
coming
soon.
on New Year.
I bet you will be.
Oh, I know I will be.
I better
We'll
go
time
out.
it.
Yeah.
Go out, whatever.
I could go out on a date with a chick. I just haven't asked her.
Well, then
That's
you're
what they
never
all
going
say.
out.
Yeah, I know. I need to just ask her. I've been lazy. She just got back into town. So
Ask her if she
All
wants
right.
to get naked and have a party. All right.
peace out.
Later.